Nice of you to drop in.
Hello people, I am the Real Comic Book Gamer, and today I'm going to be talking about some Deathstroke news that we've gotten over the past couple weeks. Now the reason I'm just talking about it now is because none of it was enough for me to make a single video on, but now that I can just compile it all together and make a video about all of it, that's what I decided to do. So yeah, let's get into it. First thing is, we got a preview for Deathstroke issue number 7. And this issue opens up with Deathstroke fighting the Teen Titans, which is kind of cool, but kind of not, because it's the crappy New 52 Teen Titans, but I still like seeing it. But then it turns out that he is fighting just a training program. It's not actual Teen Titans. And he's talking to like this dude from the Dead Bastards, and they're like, hey, we want you to be with us. We won't mess with your flow, because Deathstroke's just like, I'm not a team player. I don't want to work for you guys. And he's like, we won't mess with you. Just please sort of be a part of us. Anyways, Deathstroke's like, okay, whatever, and he just moves on to the next part of like this island, because he hears this voice in his head, and he's talking to this guy, and this guy's like, hey, I need you to kill someone for me. Well, he's like, I need you to do a job for me, and Deathstroke's like, who are you? What do you want me to do? And so it turns out it's Hephaestus. I don't know, I've just completely butchered his name. He's the guy who makes weapons for the Greek gods. Anyways, he has this big sword for Deathstroke, and he's like, just one thing. Kill a god, well, slay a god. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I can't wait to see what happens next. It's really cool, because Deathstroke's like, what do you want me to do? He's like, just one thing, slay a god. And he gives him the big sword and everything. It looks really cool, and I can't wait to see what happens next. I'm very interested, and God Killer just sounds so good. Now the next bit of news is we got a Deathstroke annual #1 cover. It's the Tony Daniel cover, because we got another one earlier, but now we got the Tony Daniel cover, and it looks awesome. It appears Deathstroke is leading Superman and Wonder Woman. That sounds awesome. I can't wait to see what happens with that, because as we know from the solicitations of the other issues, he's going to be fighting Superman and Wonder Woman, so who knows what happens. But yeah, I will reread the solicitations for some issues, and we also got the #9 solicitation now, because we also got the cover for issue #9, where we see Superman and Deathstroke are fighting. So yeah, he said that Deathstroke annual #1 will be acting as chapter 3 for the God Killer story arc. So yeah, I don't know what chapter issue #9 and 8 are, because that's when Wonder Woman and Superman fight him. So yeah, I'll read the solicitation starting with Deathstroke #8 and ending with Deathstroke annual #1. So anyways, Deathstroke #8, the solicitation is, God Killer continues. Get ready for divine brutality when Slade's contract on the gods send him smashing into combat against the one and only Wonder Woman. And the solicitation for Deathstroke issue #9 reads, God Killer continues as Superman enters the fray on Paradise Island. It's Man of Steel versus the Ultimate Assassin. That sounds awesome. The cover looks awesome. Now, the solicitation for Deathstroke annual #1 reads, the God Killer blood path continues as Slade uses his new weapon to cleave through the world of the supernatural. And which side of the conflict will Superman and Wonder Woman fall on? Well, from the cover, it seems like they'll be for Deathstroke, but who knows? We'll see. It sounds very interesting. My only problem is this is a Deathstroke who had a stalemate with Batman, and now he's fighting Superman and Wonder Woman. That's my only problem. Granted, they did say in the beginning he is getting better with each training session, like he's was better than the last time, but still, like, jumping up from Batman to Superman and Wonder Woman is kind of a big deal. So we'll see, because this isn't the Deathstroke from, before. He's younger now, and he's got 2 eyes, and he's not used to it, so he's not as good as he was before. So I don't know what's going to happen when he fights Superman and Wonder Woman, especially since it seems like they're on his side in annual #1, according to the cover. Of course, covers lie a lot, but still, this sounds really interesting. The art is going to be beautiful. Like, Tony Daniel does amazing art. And the guy that's filling in for Tony Daniel in issue #7 is pretty good as well. I wouldn't say he's as good as Tony Daniel, but he's pretty good. He's definitely a good substitute. I like his art. And yeah, I can't wait for God Killer. It sounds so good, and everything just looks so good. And I can't wait to see Deathstroke fighting Wonder Woman, Superman, and like slaying a god. That's going to be awesome. Well, hopefully. But yeah, please let me know in the comments below what you guys think of all this, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like.
Sorry for the wait, I've been working hella hard. Time spent with friends is now time spent writing bars, so I lock myself away until I'm sad and just like yay, I'm shutting off, and so I'm dancing.